Passengers boarding starting.
Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. If you guys ready to get started, let me see those airplane emojis in the chat, please. Send it. What's up? Troy Singleton representing ATL Atlanta in the house. Welcome to the stream. F Donkey, hello, welcome aboard as well. Good to see you. As you can see, we are in the Airbus A320neo that's currently being loaded for our next flight. We're gonna get straight to it pretty quick here. As soon as they are done loading and boarding the aircraft, we are ready to go. We have quite a long trip today, 2.5 hours between Perth, Australia, and Adelaide. This is a real-world JetStar route. It's a real-world JetStar route, so it's 2 hours. So it's a bit longer than we usually do. Hopefully everything goes well. I don't want to waste too much time on the ground. We got plenty of time to talk in the air. It looks like I probably should have started boarding a little earlier, but the aircraft is basically ready to go. It's set up. We're just waiting for the passengers to get on board, the bags to get on board, and we're ready to push back. But until then, we do some shout outs. Thank you, Troy, again, F Donkey, C Bar. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. Because why not? Troy Singleton, welcome to the stream. The Drifter from the Hours, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. And what you're seeing here is GSX ground services. I should make it a night flight. Bro, I haven't been in Australia in like forever, and you want me to spend all this time in Australia at night not being able to see any of the scenery? I mean, I'm down for a night flight, but yeah, if it was a short flight, maybe, but not in this case. My call sign is JetStar 116 today. Yeah, in real time right now, it's like midnight, I believe, or really late in Australia. It's pretty early here in the United States in the morning. But yeah, it doesn't always make sense for me to fly real time. It doesn't. Abigail, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Well, guys, welcome aboard, OJ. Good to see you. I think the passengers should be done loading by now. Just waiting for some last-minute bags. Oh, there they are. I like this view right here from like inside. It's like kind of cool. Like really dope. I'm doing pretty good. You know, haven't been feeling too great the past 24 hours, 48 hours actually. I got sick the other night. It's like throwing up and stuff. You don't want to hear about that, but yeah, so I'm still recovering, but I think I'm okay to make it through today's live stream. I should be all right. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. I would love to be able to like control the ground surfaces like by hand. Like I wish I could like drive the carts around to different planes. That'd be so cool. That'd be so sick, man. That would be so sick. That'd be so cool. Yeah. I'm trying to drink a lot of water. I got my red cup right here. This is water. I gotta stay hydrated. But yeah, feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. So if I seem sluggish at times or yeah, out of it at any time, that's the reason why. I'm just not 100%. I feel a little weak, but I'm good. I'm all right. Don't worry about me. Don't feel bad for me. The Drifter, I like trains and planes, Union Pacific ST-70 ACE Heritage Unit. Nice, man. That's good. That's cool. That's beer pong water. Hey, just because it's in a red cup doesn't mean it's beer pong. Good afternoon, Strain Toes. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's see if we can expedite this. We have a long flight today. I don't want to waste much time on the ground doing nothing. So we should be able to, I guess, skip the process of boarding, I assume. Our AP was basically on with the AP bleed turned on. And then we'll turn off the external power. We'll hear a pop there. And we get the beacon light on. Seatbelt signs on.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
And we're ready to push back. So as I said, we've already set up our flight plan. Just to kind of quickly brief, I guess we could say we're in Perth in Western Australia today, flying to Adelaide. This is a real-world JetStar route that we're flying right now. We'll be cruising at 37,000 feet. Flight time is expected to be around 2.5 hours. We're going to try to get it there a bit faster, if possible. Taking off runway 21 today, out of Perth, Australia, via the, I think, HECTO 2 departure. And let's see if toolbar pushback will work. Yeah, I've heard it before, C-Bar. What up, Chief? Welcome to the stream, man. Chief Simpal, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing good over there, man. Hope you're doing good over there at NASA. Alright, we should be getting a truck here in a second. Where is it at? Is it coming? We might have to use GSX if it doesn't show up. I haven't tried using toolbar pushback in forever, so I'm not confident that it's actually going to work. Not confident. Alright, has one more bag. Sorry, one more cart of bags to go. Hopefully, by the time this guy is done, the pushback truck will get here. I'm not sure because I don't see it. Not sure where it's at. That's good to hear, Chief. Good to hear, man. Glad you're doing well. I've been catching some of your flight sim clips when I get the chance to, man. Glad you're still putting content out. Bravo Alpha, welcome to the stream as well. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you as well, Strain Toast. Thank you very much. Yeah, if this was not water, you would see a whole different blue at the end of the stream. I promise you that. But it is water. It's definitely water. Trust me. It's been a while since we've flown the FlyByWire A320neo. First time flying it on this new PC. I mean, performance should be about the same as we saw in the Phoenix last week, so I'm not concerned performance-wise. I think a lot of our flight is going to be flying over the water. Yeah, hopefully we'll still have an eye on Australia, but a lot of our flight today will be over the water on the way to Adelaide. Alright, a couple more bags and we are ready to go. And if that pushback truck doesn't show up, then we're just gonna use GSX. Is JetStar the Ryanair of Australia? I don't know, man. I'm not from Australia. I mean, I feel like it might be the Spirit of Australia. I don't know. Ryanair has its reputation. No idea. No idea. How is the Phoenix different from the FlyByWire? Well, first of all, the Phoenix is an A320 CEO, which is like the regular classic version of the A320. And then the FlyByWire is the 320neo. So the first biggest obvious difference is these engines right here. This is the LEAP Neo engine for the A320. Completely different look, completely different sound. Most people will tell you that it sounds better, and it does sound better. Not because Phoenix did a horrible job with their sound, but because in real life, the Neo sounds way better than a regular A320. So and FlyByWire did a great job of making it sound accurate. Look at that, look how it bounces on the way down. That's so accurate. The cargo bay. Traffic behind us landing. So we don't have a pushback truck. Where's he at? Where's our pushback at, man? Huh. It might be like a weird one. I'm gonna hit release parking brake here and see what happens. Okay, so I guess the truck doesn't spawn in anymore, but it is pushing us. Let's see if it actually puts us where we want to go. About to find out. All right, guys, we're pushing back from the gate. I believe there is no ATC. Just gonna double check, make sure there is no ATC before we get too far. And nope, no ATC as I expected. It is Australia in the middle of the night, and it's in Perth. Very rarely to get ATC out here. All right, so we're pushing back. Beacon light is on. Seatbelt signs are on. We're on APU power. And let's go ahead and start with engine number 2. And clear on 2, starting to enjoy the sounds of the 320neo engine startup. What was that? I'm telling you guys, if you've never been on a Neo before, that is very accurate the way that sounds right there. Sounds like just like it. Like, I don't understand how they were able to record the sound so accurately. That's exactly what it sounds like from the inside. All right, we have a good engine on two, sorry, and we have a short taxi, so we'll go ahead and do both engines. So clear on 1, starting 1. Oh yeah. Let's go outside for the second engine. I love the shakiness as well of like the wind up. Like it's not just one constant like wind curve. It's like whoa, whoa, like you know what I mean? Like it's so accurate, man. It's so accurate. I love it. Inside and out. I love the sounds. This is why I love flying this plane. It is. All right, guys. We have a good engine on 1 and 2. We are just about ready to taxi to runway 21. We'll make sure that our clocking Charlie.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Okay. And we're on Unicom 22.8. Spoilers are arm. Flaps coming down. No, this is default. I've never used a sound pack for a fly-by-wire. I don't know. I don't really know why anybody would want to use a sound pack. Honestly, I know that there are sound packs available for the fly-by-wire. I just don't know how you could get any better than this, to be honest. Like this, I've worked around Airbus A320neos, like a lot, and I love the sound. I pay very close attention to it in real life, and I just don't know how much accurate you can get than this plane right here. In my opinion, so far, this is the most authentic, most realistic sounding A320neo in flight sim to ever exist. Anyways, so we're good to go on that, and on that. Ground spoilers are arm, ignition, we'll put that back into the center. And ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to taxi. Yeah, we'll turn off the APU. And cool, let's get it, guys. All right, we're also gonna need to put our seatbelts on from our next level flight simulator cockpit. There we go. Safety first, safety first. I had some friends over this past weekend, and they got a chance to try out the rig. It's always fun whenever I have like real life friends come to the house, and they walk into my office, aka Blue HQ, and they're like, "Whoa!" I had this guy from Ecuador come in. He was like, "This is like my dream." Anyways, brakes off. Let's go. Have I ever been to Nepal? You know what? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever been to Nepal. All right, let me see if my nose wheel steering works. Yes, it does. Nice, nice, nice. We are also using track IR today, so I can freely look around as we taxi over to runway 21. We should also be able to pull up our chart here. I think it's this one right here. And zoom in, please. All right, it's gonna be a right turn. Yeah. So we are currently in Perth in Western Australia. This scenery is actually by Exanos. It's not new scenery, it's pretty old. It's okay, to be honest. The jetways don't seem to work, which is, you know, a bummer. At least it didn't work for me, so I'm not sure if they worked for you. Thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Welcome aboard, my good friend. Hope you're doing well. Have I ever thought about going to DFW for plane spotting? Not really, to be honest, because I don't live in Dallas, Texas. And that's a long drive. It's like, what, 4 or 5 hours for me to drive to Dallas? Rather just go to my home airport. You can see got a South African A330 over there, Virgin Atlantic, Malaysia? I think that's Malaysia over there. I think that right there is Singapore. But hey, if I'm ever in Dallas, like if I ever happen to be in Dallas, yes, I definitely would be down to go plane spotting at the airport. That'd be cool. I was actually there not long ago on a flight inside the airport, but I wasn't outside the airport. Let me see, where the heck are we right now? This is runway 24. Perth traffic, JetStar 116 crossing runway 24 at Charlie, going to 21 Perth. Yeah, sounds good, plane dude. Sounds good, man. Yeah, people who are not from Texas don't realize how far the drive is from Houston to Dallas. I mean, there's people who make that drive all the time. Yeah, I just hate that drive. I absolutely hate driving between Houston and Dallas. The only thing exciting between Houston and Dallas, Texas is Buc-ee's, which is like a gas station convenience store. And they're like 3 hours apart. Alrighty guys, if you're just joining us, as I said, we are in Perth in Western Australia for a flight, real world JetStar flight from here to Adelaide. We are on Vatsim, currently with no ATC, and the FlyByWire A320neo. Going to be taking off from runway 21, departing to the east. Expected flight times about around 2 hours, between 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and 30, depends on how distracted we get. But there's 21 right there. And landing lights, strobe lights, all coming on. All right, we're good. Sounds like the average drive from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. All right, we're clear right. Clear left. Drop those togas in the chat. We're doing a toga takeoff today. Pardon via the HECTO 2. Perth traffic. JetStar 116 taking off from runway 21, departing to the east. JetStar. All right, here we go. Almost forgot to set my auto brakes. That's good, good, good. And let's do it, toga. Locking my joystick. Alright, airspeed is alive. Thrust sets. And V1. Rotate. Beautiful. Positive rate, you're up. Man, what is these stutters we're getting out of here? That is weird. Are you seeing that? Is that only in that view? What? Alright, looks like it's smoothing out. Alright, we're airborne passing 1500, back to lever climb. Did it do it? There it is. Throttle climb sets. Yeah, it smoothed out. That was weird. I wonder what that was. I do. Is that a train yard right there? Looks like it. It's a fly-by-wire issue. Good to know. Like literally everything has been butter until we got airborne. Is that gonna happen throughout the whole flight? I need to know now. All right, flaps up. Still flying the departure. Oh, look at that. Perth off our right wing. Let's go outside for a second. I hope it's not, man. This is my first time flying a fly-by-wire in a while, so I would hate to find out there's like a game-breaking bug with it. That would be horrible. All right, let's go direct to whatever's next. Navi. Or is it Del Rue? Brook, actually, is our next waypoint. I don't know why I didn't do it already. Alright, there we go. Yep, it just killed the autopilot because we are too slow for some reason. I'm going to point the nose down. Don't overreact. Everything is okay. Yes, I do have presets that I have created for camera views. Matter of fact, I can actually show you later on. Our flight's long enough to kind of show you a few things. So ask me again in about 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. And maybe it would actually show you exactly how I make my camera views. But if you don't want to wait, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials online on how to do it by other people. Alright, let's go outside. Bro, what's up with that, like, angle? Y'all see that? Alright, my controls again. You know, I've rarely had an issue with the autopilot and the fly-by-wire, so I'm not sure what's going on today. Not sure what is going on today. Alright, flaps are up, gear is up. Let's go standard here. How do I go standard? Oh, there it is, standard. Alright, stand on the left, stand on the right. So we're passing 10,000 feet, lights off. Ooh-wee, bumpy. Very bumpy. Welcome back, Zach Hamilton. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it. You're not too late. We're just climbing out of Perth in Western Australia. Trying to get through this climb phase here to make sure we're not having any issues. I'm gonna try autopilot again. So autopilot 1 is now on. And I'm actually going to do a manual speed here. So we're going to climb at like 315. Again, we have a long flight, so I'm not trying to waste any time during the climb phase. We'll do something like that. 315 should work. That'll keep our speed nice and low. Passing 12,000 feet, and we should be at our cruise. Let's check weight. I'm not sure why. Let's see, predetermined that 97 miles, is that right? I'll leave it there. Yep, perfect timing. Alright, that should be better. That should be much better. You posted your first, hold on, let me see that. You posted your first video today about photography and you got 1.5 thousand views in the first 30 minutes. That's great, man. Congrats. That's huge. That's a big deal. Especially for your first video about a subject. I'm gonna bring the audio down just a little bit for the sim. Once we get to our cruise, we'll turn some music on. Guys, welcome back to Australia. I can't remember the last time we flew here. It was a good suggestion last week for us to fly out in Australia, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we get to see. Someone earlier today suggested that we fly this flight at night. I'm assuming they said that because in real life it's nighttime right now. But it's hard for me to justify if I have control, right? If I have control over the time of day, we're still flying real world weather. But if I have control over the time of day, it's hard for me to justify flying at night over like the ground. If we're flying over water, okay, I'm fine with flying at night because there's nothing to look at anyways. But during the day, especially somewhere I've never been or haven't been very often. Now, if we were doing, you know, a typical flight that maybe we do all the time, something like that, something that's, you know, we've all seen, then like flying to London or something like that, where we've already seen the scenery. In that case, then I may be interested in flying at night. But for me to fly somewhere I haven't been to in a long time or very often, it just makes more sense for me to actually be able to see and enjoy the view, if there is anything to enjoy, you know what I mean? Because if I do this flight at night, I'm gonna think back like, man, I wonder what that looked like in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Realism though, I know. Listen, if I were to fly every flight real time, then we would fly a ton of night flights or we'd either fly a ton of night flights or we would never leave the United States. Alright, we'll see you in a bit, F Donkey. It is. I don't think viewers understand how hard it is to stream a night flight as well. For those of you who may be in chat that have Twitch channels or YouTube channels yourself, if you've tried streaming a night flight before, you understand. It's kind of hard to explain. But the way I always say is that night flights as live streams, in my opinion, put people to sleep. And that's not something you really want to do in a live stream, is put people to sleep. You want to kind of continue to keep engaging with people, keep kind of the energy, high enough for the chat to keep going. But when it's too chill, because night flights are chill. It's not a bad kind of chill. If I'm doing it on my own, like, yeah, I'm chilling. But it can kind of get too chill in a way that everybody's falling asleep, including the actual streamer themselves. So, yeah, Jan says it's not as enjoyable. Sure, the lights look nice, but it's not the same. And the thing about the lights, too, is you really only get the lights, like, on takeoff and arrival, depending on if you're flying in and out of a big city. Because even at altitude, depending on how cloudy it is, you can't see the nights that well, especially in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, yeah. That's true too, Chief. For night flights as well, at least on our screen, like on the person who's streaming it, it might not look that dark, but on the actual broadcast, on the viewer's point of view, it looks a lot darker too. I mean, think about even like real life night flights. Like, I try so hard to stay awake and I end up falling asleep. Even though I want to look out the window and look at everything, I'm like, well, there's nothing to look at. I guess I'll just watch a movie. You know what I mean? So, it's basically if I just pointed the camera at this for the next 2 hours, pretty sure you guys will get bored eventually. You know what I mean? It's like nothing to look at there. So, yeah. Night flights are a ton of fun. Don't get me wrong. I personally love doing night flights. When it comes to me doing flights on my own time, off stream, off camera, I am down to do night flights. But when it comes to me doing a live stream, for the best of my YouTube channel and for the content that I'm creating and the people who are watching it, it's better to have some sunlight. Now, if I do a sunrise flight where maybe we start off in the dark and the sun rises, that's cool. Or the opposite, where we take off in the daytime and it eventually transitions into nighttime. That's a pretty cool concept as well. So that kind of stuff I do like and enjoy, and I think it's fun for me to do and for viewers as well. But to do an entire night flight, it's tough. And this is the reason why you very rarely see anybody out there who does live streaming do a night flight unless they're doing a long haul or something special. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Baker, that's a good point. That could also depend on the plane. Say you're in a plane like the Honda Jet that has great like cabin night lighting inside of it. That could actually make it more enjoyable. You know, being able to have a really nice cabin, like dimly lit cabin view. Like, it could be cool. I think it still falls in the same issue where it's like it's still a night flight. It's still super chill. It still gets boring eventually. But I don't know, man. I'm down. If enough of you guys want to do a night flight, we can test this theory, and we could do a night flight at some point and see how many of you guys stay awake for the whole thing. We definitely have to do something special in flight to keep everybody's attention a bit longer. I feel like with night flights as a content creator, you kind of have to try a bit harder. Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, you have to try a little harder. To make your content engaging and fun, because night flights are fun, don't get me wrong, but for a video it's tough. Can I show presets? Give me a bit. We're almost to cruise. Once we get to cruise, we'll start to try some other things. Go over to our FlyPad EFB. I think we're still on our SID. Or are we? I'm not sure. No charger display. Oh, here we go. What do you guys think is going to be included in the PMDG EFB? Like, what do you think? They've been spending a lot of time on it. Do you think it's going to be a copy and paste of what they did with P3D, which I don't know much about because I didn't play P3D. I haven't tried their EFBs on P3D. Do you think it's going to be equal to or better than FlyByWire? Do you think it's going to be equal to or better than Phoenix? Do you think it's going to be equal to or better than the Mad Dog, the MD80, which is okay? What do you expect? It's hard for me to say because I spent so much time on it. Like, I almost expect a fly-by-wire quality EFB, but at the same time, I don't. Same time, I don't. And they've already committed to say they're not going to charge us extra for it. So they can't fall back on it. Hopefully there's no like advanced EFB for an extra $60 or something stupid. I don't know. There's so many upcharges that some of these third parties are trying to create, and I'm just tired of it, to be honest. But I don't think PMG is going to do it. They said it's going to be free, or not free, but it's going to be a free update to the current aircraft. So I'm going to hold them to that. Yeah, they haven't given us like any info. Like, we don't know anything about the EFB at all. We don't know anything. Man, Australia has an Australian look to it, doesn't it? Like, we got desert in the United States, but it don't look like this. This looks different. Zach thinks it's going to be bare bones. Yeah, that's, you know, honestly, I think that's what I'm going to expect. I'm going to expect it to basically, what I expect out of the EFB from PMDG is all the stuff that they have in their FMS right now. So like all the ground services that you can control, all the failures you can activate, like all those extra options, as well as weight and balance and stuff like that. All that stuff that's in the FMS right now for PMDG, I think all of that is going to be duplicated into the EFB, which makes for a pretty good EFB. I'm not really expecting charts. It'd be nice to have them, but not expecting them. I would still love to see SimBrief integration, but I'm not expecting that either, because Phoenix has that and FlyByWire has that, and that's a big deal. Because I've never been a fan of trying to download the Simbri file and all that. Like, it should just be an easier way to do that. Yeah, you're right. Australia's like an orange desert. That's actually a good point. It's kind of orange. Yeah, smooth, man. It was a little bumpy on the way out of Perth when we first left, but now it's pretty smooth. So eventually, as we continue, I'm going to show you guys the map here in just a matter of fact. I'll go ahead and bring up the map here of our flight so you can kind of see what our flight path looks like. Because right now, this is the good part. It's the part where we're over the land, over the ground. It's not like any mountains. It's really all flat, to be honest. I don't know why, for some reason, I always, when I think Australia, I think like mountains and stuff, but there's really not, you know, there's a lot of flatness in Australia. It's really not that mountainous as I guess I thought. But I guess it's specific areas you got to be in. I think it's, yeah, I'm not sure where those areas are, but the specific places that have a bit more terrain to deal with. Let's bring up the Sim Toolkit Pro map here, and I'll show you guys what our flight looks like today as soon as I find it. Where is it at? There it is. Cool. Alright, cool. So this, my friends, if you don't know, I basically stream it every time we fly. This is called Sim Toolkit Pro. It's completely free, basically flight logging software. And as you can see, we have 2 hours to go in our flight. 2 hours and 5 minutes. It says it right down here. And we just took off out of Perth. We're currently over this area. And we're going to go all the way to HECTO. And then we're going to jump out into the water. We'll go feet wet. Then once we, that's not what I want to do. And then once we come back to land in South Australia, we'll be here over Port Lincoln and Adelaide. Let me see if I can get the map to show up as a satellite. Does what work on Xbox? Sim Toolkit Pro? Probably not. Dang it, I keep pressing that button on my mouse that does that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I was really debating on where to fly today. I really was, because I was like, I promised I was going to fly in Australia. I want to fly in Australia, but where should I fly in Australia? I don't know a whole lot about the continent, the country. I thought about flying down here in Tasmania, which would be cool. I want to stay away from Sydney because everybody's been to Sydney. I've been to Sydney a bunch of times. I almost flew out of Brisbane, which is a great airport. I have some scenery for it as well. But I was like, no, maybe not this time. I thought about going to Alice Springs or Ayers Rock, which would be cool too. Found out that for whatever reason, even though this is a 2-hour flight, going to Ayers Rock was like almost 3 hours somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that extended us by an hour. But I've actually never done this flight before. I wanted to fly JetStar because I want to fly a 320neo. If we would have flew Qantas, we'd have to fly something with a propeller, or a 737 or a 717, and I want to fly those today. This kind of gives you an idea of like what my mind does when I'm trying to find out where we're flying. And so it's like, what I do know is I knew I want to fly JetStar, and I know I want to fly in Australia. So where does JetStar fly in Australia? Now, out of Brisbane, there's a ton of places. Out of Sydney, there's a ton of places. But I also want to kind of give Western Australia some love, because very rarely do you see traffic out here, except for like long hauls. People who fly long hauls in and out of Perth, normally I think what you see out of here. So I picked this one because it's like the only, I believe this is the only, from what I could find, the only real world JetStar route that flies between, that flies out of Perth, goes to Adelaide. Matter of fact, I think there's another one that flies all the way to the other side, to Brisbane or to Sydney, and that's a bit too long for me. So yeah, that's what our flight looks like today. Move this back over. Yes, Sim Toolkit Pro is very similar to, I keep pressing the wrong button, very similar to Volanta. I personally, at the moment, until Volanta updates, I prefer Sim Toolkit Pro. It has a few more free features that Volanta doesn't have, and Volanta charges you for some of the features that SimToolKit Pro gives you for free. So anyway, that's it. So cruising at 37,000 feet is what our expected cruise is. 2 hours and some is the en route time. About 2 hours out now from Adelaide, and we'll try to. There's not really any shortcuts we can take. It's pretty much a straight shot, but we'll definitely be right below the red line on the way there the whole way. That's what my plan is. Chief, you're back enjoying X-Plane physics at the moment? Cool. We will actually be back on X-Plane tomorrow. Yeah, so we're splitting it up this week. This week we got, today we're flying Microsoft Flight Sim, and tomorrow we'll be back on X-Plane. So looking forward to that. Again, obviously, if you don't have X-Plane, we'll be on, I believe we'll be flying on Vatsim. Oh wow, look at that. Our speed's a little too high. Let's see, let's go right here. So Mach 0.82 and put it right at the red line. And we're still a few thousand feet away from our cruise. Is it 37,000 feet our cruise? Or was it 38,000? Because right now it's saying 37. Let's see, if you're flying eastbound in Australia, the altitude for us would be, you see, in the United States it's usually eastbound is odd number. So that would be 37,000 feet. But is it the same in Australia? I'll put 37. I'm not sure. Will I be documenting the 16 and 17 hour flights? Hold on, let me read that again. It came and gone too fast. Where'd it go? Do I happen to know if by chance any form of namograph on the FlyByWire is a paid subscription? Yes. So down here in our AFE, so this chart you see me using right here, this is namograph. I'm not it does have local files, so if you have your own charts, you can, I guess, tell it where your charts are, I believe, and you can see them inside the EFB. But all of this is namograph, and namograph itself is a paid subscription. So even though it's free to access the EFB in FlyByWire, if you want to actually use this feature, you do have to have a subscription, because basically whenever you go in here, it makes you use a QR code to log into your account and connect this aircraft to your account. So yeah, you do need to have a subscription to Navigraph for this feature. Let's go here. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right, we are almost to our top of climb. We're still working on it. Ground speed is 540 knots. Not too bad at all. That looks kind of cool down there. We're already contrailing. See, there's another question I saw that I wanted to answer. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I prefer SimToolKit Pro over Volanta, personally. But I know a lot of other people like Volanta. What's good about Volanta has a really good, like, community type features where you can, like, you know, share screenshots and stuff like that. You can kind of do a limited version of that in SimToolKit Pro, but it's not as obvious. It's much easier and much more user-friendly. And Volanta being able to add friends and share screenshots and even geotag your screenshots is a really cool feature that Volanta does. But SimToolKit Pro does not do that yet, I don't believe. Great Barrier Reef is a good airport departure destination, both waterside on the runway, and it's kind of short, so only 737s and A32NX and less fly there. That's cool. Oh, here it is, Zach. Will I be documenting the 16 to 17 hour flight from Jeddah to Australia for the F1 tour? Yes, I will. Which is actually a good point, because we will be coming back to Australia in not too long. I'm not sure what the date is for the Australian Formula One Grand Prix. But yes, I do plan on recording and documenting my flight from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to Melbourne, Australia, which I believe is a 17-hour flight, something like that. Very long. I'm asking for some advice here from some of you guys in chat who know a lot about aircraft, who love doing long hauls yourself. What aircraft what what aircraft do you recommend for a flight of that length? Let me look it up and find out exactly how long that flight is supposed to be. Let's see, that's gonna be route, I think that's route 3. That's actually a 16-hour flight. So 16-hour flight, almost 7,000 miles from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to Melbourne, Australia. That's our third leg for the Formula One World Tour. By the way, big shout out and thanks to everyone who's already been participating and doing the first couple of flights, flying to Bahrain. A few of you have already flown out to Jeddah for the second race. I've not done my flight just yet, but I plan on doing it ASAP. But yeah, what aircraft do you recommend me fly? That has a range that can reach that far. I know the 787 can do it. I know the A350 can do it. I'm not gonna fly 350 because I want to fly it in. I want to fly this flight in Microsoft Flight Sim, and we don't have an A350 yet. So does that mean I have to fly the 787? And can I trust the 787 in Microsoft Flight Sim to get me through a 16-hour flight? That's the even bigger question. Not only does it have a range to fly, but you can actually trust that plane on the long haul. That's the real question right there. The real question. Oh yeah, 747 would be a good option. I might fly 747. Says in Citation. Can a Citation make 7,000 miles? I could take the 777 again. We flew the 777 to Bahrain for our first leg. I'm not against flying it again. What I'm planning to do, and I might change my mind, what I'm planning to do is fly the cargo variant of the 737 over to Jeddah. That's what my plan is at the moment. So we'll see if I change my mind at the last second, like I do very often. Uh, 7,000 miles, Zach. 7,000 miles. DC-10. You know, that's tempting. We could fly the MD-11 on X-Plane 12. That is tempting. The only issue is I don't really have any Australian scenery, I don't think. And that's what it comes down to on X-Plane. It's like, X-Plane has some great long-haul aircraft, like the MD-11, for example, but I gotta have scenery on both sides, on both ends. For me, for it to be worth it for me, I have to have like solid scenery on both ends. What is that below? It's like a national park. It's like a very obvious, like ground texture difference, like a harsh line going from like desert farmland looking kind of things, like this really rocky. Well, I want to make it in one trip. I want to fly an aircraft that can make it in one stop. So I think if I do, that will make it my longest long haul that I have personally been able to accomplish. I think, yeah. About 5,000 miles range in a 747. You know what? Let's look it up. Look it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows everything. Let's see what ChatGPT says. What is the range of a 747-800? Gotta be specific because that's the one we have in Microsoft Flight Sim. Skynet. ChatGPT, aka Skynet. Alright, so ChatGPT says, it always gives me like really detailed responses. The range of a 747-800 passenger aircraft varies depending on factors such as number of passengers, cargo load, and fuel capacity. However, on average, 747-800 has a range of approximately 8,000 miles. That's within our window, guys. 8,000 nautical miles when fully loaded with passengers and cargo. Wow, that's actually impressive. 8,000 miles fully loaded. So we don't have to, like, you know, kick people off the plane for weight and balance issues. That's pretty cool. This means that the aircraft can fly non-stop for up to 14 to 16 hours depending on flight conditions. 747-800 has a maximum range of up to 8,300 nautical miles, but this is very dependent on specific configuration of the aircraft. Alright, so 747 is an option. I might fly 747. I really might. Might have to take the Queen has been retired, but we might have to take the Queen out for this one. 8,000 miles. That gives us a 1,000-mile buffer, which I like. Does the autopilot work for the 747? Let's hope so. I mean, the 777 uses the same autopilot. Or I should say this 777 uses the 74. It's all the salty mod. Oh, look at this below us. See, if we were flying at nighttime, we wouldn't be able to see this down here. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. Look at that view down there. I agree, man. I feel like the 747, I understand that economically, for a lot of airlines, it doesn't make sense, but it's such an iconic aircraft. And I would love to see it in the skies. And it's still going to be in the sky. You're still going to see 747s by cargo airlines, which is nice. You just won't see passenger ops with it anymore. Yeah, so 747 was the top of my list. Other options, let's see. I'm just curious, what is the... Because we have longer flights in the season that I am concerned about. So that's our first, like, ultra long haul we have. Our second long haul is Route 4, right after the Australian Grand Prix, going over to Azerbaijan. 17 hours. And 42 minutes. Just also about 7,000 miles. So I guess we could technically fly a 747 for that. What I really want to know is what's the max range of the Cessna Longitude. So I want to fly that one on one of these longer ones. Alright, so let's ask Skynet real quick. Skynet, what is the Cessna Longitude range? Yeah, I know at some point we're going to get to some flights that are so long that we're going to have to split them up. And if you think about it in real life, a lot of these long hauls, they are flying non-stop, but a lot of these cargo planes are making fuel stops at a different airport, so it is realistic to make a stop. Am I able to do that on my F1 tour site? Yeah, so you can just log the 2 flights you do and it'll still count it. So there's nothing special you need to do to log a stopover anywhere. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. Lufthansa is actually one of the last airlines to still fly 747s, and I love seeing them. They're beautiful. They have a 747 that flies into Houston like daily, I think, straight to Frankfurt, I believe. That is a gorgeous view. Look at that view. That is nice. Yep, gonna have to bring some extra crew as well. All right, so Skynet has replied. It says in Longitude, super mid-sized business jet. Blah, 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 blah. On average, the aircraft has a maximum range of 3,500 miles. Ouch, that is not long enough. With a fuel load with a full fuel load and 4 passengers. The range of the Cessna Longitude can be extended with the with additional fuel tanks, or reduced with a higher payload or unfavorable flight conditions. The aircraft is equipped with two. Okay, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And maximum cruise altitude of 45,000 feet. All right, so it's only 3,500 nautical miles. So we'll have to save that one for a shorter long haul. You can still do a long haul with it, but not these ultra long hauls. Makes sense. Mikey D, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. You ready for some races tonight, Mikey? You been practicing? You been practicing? Yes. So F1. So a few things on the racing subject. Now that Mikey, I don't know. Whenever I see Mikey D, I think about race cars. I can't help it. First F1 race just this past weekend in Bahrain. It was almost a sleeper. If it wasn't for Alonso, I keep telling people, if it wasn't for Alonso and his performance, it would have been a really boring race. Freaking Red Bull won by like 30 seconds. It's not what I want to see for this season in Formula One. But looking forward to the next races, and super happy and excited for Alonso and Aston Martin to be able to compete with Ferrari and Mercedes, and hopefully eventually Red Bull. We'll see. I'm just happy to see a different team in the top three. It's nice. Yeah, I was rooting for Alonso. Like the battle between Alonso and Hamilton, I was like, yeah. And then the battle between Alonso and Sainz, like this, bro, man, this is good stuff. This is freaking good racing right here. This is entertainment. Oh, got some cloud cover now. But it was a good race all along. Only honestly because of Alonso, it was a good race. But that being said, we have our next race for Assetto Corsa with XP and the guys in Italy. And I think, is it Milano? I'm not sure if that's the same place. Imola. So I've been doing a little bit of practice, not a whole lot to be honest. I gotta be honest, I haven't practiced a ton. I've practiced a little bit. I got a setup going and whatnot, but hopefully I'll be competitive. We'll see. That's if I get to make it out there. What I've been working on a lot is I found a new website called Low Fuel Motorsports. And now if you're into Assetto Corsa Competizione, I recommend you look into Low Fuel Motorsport. It's a really cool system they have. It's basically the iRacing for Assetto Corsa Competizione. They have their own safety rating system, their own servers. They have servers and races going up like every hour. So there's like always guaranteed to be a server up with people in it. Very clean races. There's a high standard to get in there. I had to like try out to get in it. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Mike and E, man, for being a continued member on the channel. I really appreciate that, bro. Your support is always appreciated, bro. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you, HD, as well, for dropping by with a like. Thank you, man, so much. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, man. I see you've been enjoying the 737 Max over there on X-Plane 12. I'll be joining you back on X-Plane 12 tomorrow, so definitely come through, man. Enjoy some X-Plane 12 action. But yeah, looking forward to doing some racing. Low Fuel Motorsports is pretty cool. XP actually told me about it, and he's going to be trying to join it as well later on. You have to have at least an 80 SA rating just to join their license class. Basically, the way it works is you have to have a 80 safety rating just to attempt to join, and then you have to go to the Hungary Grand Prix track, and you have to run a certain lap time, and the lap time is not slow. It's not a slow lap time. When I got in, I was 5 seconds off when I first started practicing. I was like, oh my god, I got some work to do. And then not only can you hit that lap time once, you have to average at that lap time or lower for 7 laps straight. Once you do that, if you get this lap time or average below this lap time after 7 laps straight of clean laps, then you get what they call the rookie class. You get a rookie class license, and then you're allowed to actually join their public servers. So it's pretty cool. I just like that there's a standard There's better drivers in there. There's people who are a bit more serious. They're not just in there trolling and stuff like that. You know, mistakes are still made. People are still people. They're still human. But at the end of the day, it's just a bit cleaner racing than what I've seen in just random multiplayer lobbies and stuff, of course. So, Mikey D, I'll drop a link for you, man. Matter of fact, let me go find it right now. But yeah, so 80 SA is what you gotta have, safety ratings, just to apply. And then you have to go in and get a certain lap time on a certain track. And here's a link right. Can I click here? I don't know if I can type it. I'm gonna type it in another chat. Alright, there it is. You were out driving and some random guy threw a Coke at your car and said it was a prank? What the heck, man? People do some stupid stuff, man, for real. But yeah, try it out, Mikey. I think you'll like it, man. I think you'll like it. And I don't want you to feel like you have to be like some elite driver to join it. You don't have to be elite at all. You just gotta have your safety rating up. These guys are pretty darn good, but they're also I was not first place at all racing against these guys. I've done two or three races now on their servers, and I've been about top 10 with the setup and some practice. So, and every week the track changes, so they focus on one track per week. So it's pretty cool. I like it. I've been enjoying it so far. And it's kind of what I wanted. When it comes to racing simulators, that's what I want. I just want some clean racing, some good racing, and clean racing. That's a cool. Look at this area right here. It's like a marsh. I can't tell if that's tiny little lakes or if those are tiny little islands. Deuce Legend, hey, I'm new here. Yeah, sure. Welcome back, though, man. Always a pleasure to have you with us, bro. Welcome back. By the way, I do want to acknowledge, I haven't mentioned in today's stream yet, if you don't know, Matt Davies passed away yesterday, I believe. Or the day before yesterday. I found out yesterday. If you don't know who he is a YouTube live streamer. Sorry, Twitch live streamer. I think he's posted some videos on YouTube, but he has inspired a lot of different streamers and content creators in the flight sim community, including myself. And he was one of the first people I've seen do it. You know, back when, you know, when Chewy was first starting streaming on Twitch, when streaming, you know, first became a thing on Twitch with flight sim. Matt Davies was one of the guys, one of the OGs, one of the people. You know, he originally developed what was the name of that app? Project Fly, which is basically what Volanta is now. I don't think it's the same people who made it, but he made the first version of what Volanta turned out to be. So he has made a lot of impact on the community, and it's been a big inspiration to us all. He just passed away recently, so definitely sending prayers out to his family and everybody close to him. Anthony Plays, welcome back to the stream. Bro, I forgot you're from Perth. Yeah, man, we just flew out of your hometown. Completely forgot. I'm surprised you're awake. Almanac, welcome to the stream as well, man. Oh, look at this view. Can we vibe on this for a little bit? You know, one thing I've noticed is I have AI traffic turned on, but it's been like no traffic in the air. There's been like no traffic in the air. It's so desolate, middle of nowhere out here. Kavik Simulation, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Why did I not use the GSX pushback? I wanted to try the toolbar pushback. It worked technically, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I might test it one more time, but it didn't work the way I expected it to work at all. I'm not too bad, man. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, still recovering. Wasn't feeling too good yesterday and the day before, but I'm feeling much better today. And I'm glad to be back live with you guys. Yes, so if you're just joining us, we are flying from Perth, Western Australia, over to Adelaide in South Australia. And I think we are now, we've been cruising for a while, I'm assuming. But when you turn the seatbelt signs off, it's nothing but smooth skies. And I'll take my seatbelt off as well. Oh yeah, I gotta say, next Wednesday, over on Microsoft's Twitch channel, I will be live with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll be commentating for the Reno Air Race event that they're doing. So if you don't know, Microsoft Flight Sim is doing Reno Air Races again this year. I had a chance just a few weeks ago to actually participate in doing some racing myself with who was there? Man, let me think back to who was there. Dang it. Everybody just, Tuan Murphy was flying with us. Shoot. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I forgot everybody's name. But basically, me and a bunch of other Twitch streamers, and I think one other YouTube streamer as well, we're all racing against each other on Microsoft Flight Sim's YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. But this time, I won't be driving or flying myself. I get to commentate it. So we'll see how that goes. I've actually never done anything like that before. Now don't get me wrong. When I play F1 Manager, I get my commentating on. Y'all think I'm playing. Man. F1 Manager be feeling so real. I'm like, yeah, we're just going wheel to wheel with lights out and away we go. But anyway, point is, I've never legitly in front of people had to commentate on racing or anything before, or esports. So yeah, we'll be doing that next Wednesday. I think it's 2 o'clock Eastern or something like that. That'd be fun. Looking forward to it. Anytime I get a chance to hang out with the people at Microsoft Flight Sim, CD, Jane, all of them, it's always a pleasure. I'm always honored to be a part of that. So we'll be doing that next Wednesday. That's the plan. And don't worry if you guys are into all my train sim stuff, that's not going anywhere. We'll be doing that really soon as well. Lots of really cool new content coming out in March and beyond. March, April, all that. So looking forward to dropping some more things like that. Yeah, seriously, Brian, it is, man. Like I said, I'm honored. I really am. And I love working with them too. I do. They're great people. They're really fun to talk to and hang out with. So, all right, guys, enjoy the last 10 minutes of flat Earth before we get over the water of land. Yes, it will be live, Mike. It will be live. Live over on Microsoft Flight Sim's Twitch channel, which I think it's at MSFS official or something like that. So basically it's gonna be a community race, so we'll be members of the community. We'll be racing and competing. I don't remember what they win this year. I know last time they won a Tobii eye tracker, some Thrustmaster stuff, which is pretty cool, so I'm not sure what they're winning. I'll look more into that later on, but yeah, I'm just, like I said, just glad to be part of it. Chewy will also be commentating. I don't think he'll be commentating the same day as me, but I think maybe the week after, or a few days after, for the grand finale. Chewy will be actually commentating for that one. So he always does a great job of East. I found out when we did our interview with him for the Blue Experience that he used to be an esports commentator. So that's used to be his job. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. So big shoes to fill there. Out of curiosity, chat, what do you prefer water-wise? Do you prefer the water in Microsoft Flight Sim or the water in X-Plane 12? X-Plane is very proud of their water. I haven't had, I haven't really flown over it enough to really comment on it. But I'm curious what you guys think about the water in X-Plane versus Microsoft. Up close and far away. Alright, Omnic, thank you my friend for stopping by on your lunch break. Speaking of lunch breaks, today's in-flight meal is sponsored by HelloFresh. That is not a joke or a meme, that is legit. We are actually sponsored by HelloFresh. And the link is down in the description if you want to get 22 free meals for yourself and your family and special discounts if you use my promo code. Oh, there it is right there, it's perfect timing. If you want to use my code, you can get some free meals, some discounts from HelloFresh. Here's one thing I want to tell you guys, because this is kind of like the first time we've kind of got into sponsorships, and I want to be really transparent with you guys about sponsorships. I don't believe in accepting sponsorships from companies or products that I don't believe in or don't use. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't use HelloFresh, if I haven't tried them, if I haven't eaten them, if I haven't, enjoyed them, I wouldn't be recommending them. Like if some random food making companies like, hey, we want you to sponsor us and we'll pay you a bunch of money, either, here's the thing, because if you pay me enough, I might promote it, but I gotta be honest, I can't lie to my people. You know what I mean? Like if they're gonna pay me enough money just to show it, I gotta at least tell them how it is. I'm like, hey, they paid me to show you this, but I ain't never tried it, so try it at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? But I got a discount for you. Or it's not my favorite, but here it is. You know what I'm saying? But with HelloFresh, honestly, me and my wife, since we got married, honestly, when I got married to my wife, I started using HelloFresh because here's a funny story. When I got married, I didn't know what to do next. Like I'd never been married before. Obviously I'm in a relationship, stuff like that for a while before I got married. But at the same time, like now we live together. Now, like I got a mouth to feed, and usually, my whole life I've only ever had to worry about myself. And so when it comes to dinner time or lunchtime or breakfast, I'm like, all right, what am I gonna eat? I'll eat like some canned food or a microwave meal or microwave burrito, something basic as heck. Because if I'm feeding myself, I don't really care too much. I'm good. It don't take much for me to be satisfied. But now that I gotta feed two people, I gotta think of something extra, something different. Anyways, years ago when I got married, I started using HelloFresh, and we both love it. It's pretty quick meals and all that, and it's pretty easy to make. And I'm not a chef at all, but it makes me feel like one for sure. So anyways, that's my HelloFresh story, and we've been using it ever since. So this whole sponsorship that came up, like that makes sense. I already use you guys, so why not? So again, if you want 22 free meals, link in the disco. Juriel, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, a very, very nice plane. We are in the JetStar Australia A320neo. We are headed to Adelaide in South Australia. We just left the land over there. So like whenever I fly over large bodies of water, it starts to feel like a long flight. You know what I mean? So let's see, how much longer do we have left in this leg? Speaking of that, we are 1 hour and 30 minutes away from our final destination. We'll be there in no time. I actually really like the way how shiny this livery looks on this plane. Very nice job on that. Very, very nice job. Mikey D says, Microsoft water, but X-Plane 12 has better water effects. You know what? I agree with that. I also think that Microsoft's Flight Sim's water looks better, but the water effects on X-Plane 12 do look better. And when we say by effects, that means like the distortion of the water whenever it comes in contact with like skids or the actual aircraft. Microsoft has water effects now that it didn't used to have, but I just think that X-Plane's water effects are a little bit better. Now, I hate to say it, but I really haven't done a whole lot of water flying. Like a lot of the things that X-Plane 12 is really proud of when it comes to, the new features they came out with, I haven't really used much. Like you know, they kind of brag about having great water simulation, but I rarely fly a plane that lands on the water. Rarely. You know, the F-14 jet that they came out with, I really probably should just give it a chance. I haven't really even given it a chance. I need to give it a chance. But they're really happy and excited about that. And it's just hard for me because I play DCS World. Every other flight sim has always just been not good enough for me. Any effects updates regarding rain effects on Microsoft Flight Sim? No, it's been the same rain effects we've gotten for the last 2 years. I don't think the rain effects have ever changed, except for maybe the wipers. I think the wipers are still the same. I don't think the wipers really react with the rain. I think if it does, it's like a plane specific thing. Like an aircraft would have to hard code how that works for them. It's not a core thing. I don't think, anyways. Wow, those is fighting words right there, Tuta. Listen to this, guys. I hope HD's in the chat for this one. I like these comments though, because hey, I like it. He says, from experience. This is not me saying, this is Tuta. Don't yell at me for this one. From experience, I think that the PMDG and the Phoenix Sim have better physics on handling than any X-plane aircraft. Them's fighting words right there. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm not saying I agree with you either, because I'm not one to say anything about that. I ain't never flown a real plane before. But yeah, a lot of people would disagree with you. I know that much. Hey, Scorcher, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. It is all good. It's getting a little hot in here, says Jan. Oh, man. Brian, I can see a long message coming from HD if he's still here right now. Kenny B, no, we are not flying with the current time. We are flying with the current weather. If it was current time, it would be middle of the night, pitch black, and boring. So we're not doing that. We are enjoying the view. Now, we're not seeing much view anymore because, you know, we're over the water now. But earlier, we were enjoying the view. Like, if the sun were to set right now, I'd be okay with that. But then, we don't get to see the beautiful approach in Adelaide, which I haven't done, I don't think, ever in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, I definitely want to see that in the sunlight. For sure. You know, you're right, man. When are we going to have some fun flying some fighter jets again? We need to, bro. We had a lot of fun last time, didn't we? We even threw our own air show. Now, let me say this. I'm sorry if I put Tuta on a spot there. I thought it'd be a really fun debate. If that's his opinion, that's his opinion. If he feels that the Phoenix and the PMDG are feel better physics-wise, then that's his opinion, and that he has the freedom to feel that way. If you feel that X-Plane has better physics, then you have the freedom to feel that way as well. To be honest with you, I've given up on that debate. I don't even care anymore. As long as they fly, seems to be correctly, they are definitely different. The one thing that I think Flight Sim and Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane have taught me through my time flight simming is not so much that it's important to worry about the physics of an aircraft, rather than the pilot's diversity. That makes sense. I feel like it's a skill that you can gain from jumping between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim. It's like no matter if the plane feels light or heavy, you still know how to react to it to get it to do what you want it to do, right? And even though a plane, an X-plane may feel a little bit heavier, a bit more this or that, and on Microsoft might feel a bit more responsive or even too responsive, you know, as you're flying, you need to learn, detect, and recognize those differences, and then make adjustments to your flying style in order to get that plane on the ground and off the ground safely. So I think that's what's more important, is being able to adjust to whatever the plane is telling you, rather than worrying about the physics feel like. Because I feel like even in real life, you can hop in one plane to another, and it may not be one 737 to another, because those are going to feel the same. But you may hop into a 737 versus a G8 plane. What if you're like a real world pilot, right? And you're flying 737s for a living, but then you want to go fly a Piper to do some like charity deal or something like that. Being able to, you know, pick up those differences and apply them comes to pilotage, you know what I mean? So I think it'd be good. That's the same thing too, Squeezy. It's hard to compare flight dynamics when the hardware itself varies so much, right? So I just say, man, just don't worry about that. Go out there, fly what you want to fly. Enjoy it. Learn to fly the best you can. Some people are out here flying with a Xbox controller and they have nowhere to complain about flight model. You know what I mean? Hey, that's the exact way you should feel too, Todd. Don't worry about how other people feel. Don't worry about how other people feel. Scorcher departure was great, man. Had a few stutters. Really unexpected stutters coming out of Perth. We used Oxano's Perth. Not sure if it's the scenery or the plane. Some people in chat were saying it was the plane. Some people have been seeing it happening with the FlyByWire, which is weird. But for the most part, a little bit bumpy on the way out, but it smoothed out pretty quickly, and it's been a pretty nice departure. Weather was pretty clear, pretty nice. So yeah, enjoyed it, man. Sincere, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Again, our trip today is from Perth, Western Australia, to Adelaide in South Australia, I believe. And we should be about probably an hour 15 out. That's what my guess would be right now. Let's see. Yep, I'm right. Hour 15 out. We are on Vatsim. No ATC at the moment, but Scorch says he might give us some ATC over in Adelaide. We'll see if he can. If he can't, it's all good. Yeah, I agree. Microsoft Flight Sim in many ways can feel a bit over responsive, but you know, it is a skill to try to master it. Someone managed to reprogram their Samsung fridge and fly on that. What are you talking about? Send me the link. Any ideas when the A350 is going to be coming to Microsoft Flight Sim? I don't know, but I really hope it's going to be soon. That is a plane that we really need to see in Microsoft Flight Sim's A350. That's going to be a major release. Whether it's going to be freeware or payware, it's going to be a major release. It's all good, Rory. It's all good, Rory-san. Do our best to understand you. Just one leg today. It's one long leg today, so they're only doing one. It's about, I think, supposed to be at 2.5 hours, our full flight time today. So, definitely only doing one leg today. I mean, because I haven't heard anything about an A350, my guess would be we may see one early 2024. Would be my guess, just the same as Tuta there in chat. Because we haven't heard very much info at all about A350. Hoping to see the A380 this year. That's going to be a big freaking deal. Hoping to see the 777 from PMDG this year. That's going to be a big deal. 757 from Bluebird looks so much better than I expected. A lot of great planes coming out. Plane dude, check out what video? Bro, I tell you, man, this should be a JetStar commercial. Matter of fact, I have news that I don't know if I should share this. We talked about sponsorships earlier. We might have a sort of a deal coming with an airline. I'm not sure if you guys have heard me ever talk about this, but I strongly believe that YouTube and Twitch streamers should be sponsored by real world airlines. That's what I think. We're out here flying for multiple hours, doing videos and live streams, showing off their aircraft liveries and their routes, their destinations, their planes, their logos, stuff like that. We're doing all this for free. And a lot of times our flights look like commercials for JetStar or for whoever. And I'm like, you know what? We need the real world airline industry to show, to see. We need them to see the value in us flying. Imagine if I were to fly a United, for example, right? Imagine if I were, and a lot of people are already doing this. Imagine I were to do like United Virtual Airlines or something like that, and I do like a whole month of United sponsored live streams flying to United's most popular destinations, right? That's a whole month of advertising for United, which is crazy. That they should be paying for, in my opinion. Anyways, my point is, we might have a taste of something like that coming up. I might have a deal with an airline that I don't know if it's really a sponsorship or an affiliation deal, but we'll see how things go. But it's not an airline you're probably going to be expecting. That's all I'm going to say. It's not like it's not like Delta, United, or American, anything like that. It's a different airline. But I feel like this could be my chance to kind of show off. Like, let me show you guys how valuable flight simmers are to real world aviation advertising. That's honestly one of my personal goals in flight sim, is to make real world airline sponsorship for flight simmers a normal thing. This is not just for me. I'm talking like, I think every freaking Captain Canada, XP, Chewy, London Controller, all these people out here who are flying EasyJet, and like, we're freaking promoting these airlines. We are. I think that they should start sponsoring our live streams. That is my honest, strong opinion. I felt that way for years. And I want to look into finding out how to connect that. And I think the best way to connect that dot is to start reaching out and start getting some no's until I get a yes. That's the best way I think to do it. Right, flex those flight sim muscles, you know what I mean? Exactly. So, like, what's stopping JetStar to drop me a few hundred on this video? What's stopping JetStar? A few hundred or maybe $1,000 Australian dollars or something, I don't know. Oh man. Oh, another plane I'm looking forward to is the A300 from INI. We haven't flown the, we kind of missed out on the whole Antonov hype last week, which is okay. I still want to do a flight with it. We just won't be on the hype train. We'll be on the hardcore train afterwards. Atifazar, welcome my friends to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. So we're out in the middle of the ocean. I think it's a good time to do a bit of a flight checkup on. We'll do a quick update on our flight so you guys see where we are, because it does feel like we're in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, which we technically kind of are. We're not that far from land. If we were to have an emergency, I think we might be able to make it back just barely to land. Just barely. This is probably honestly one of those points where we do probably need to pay attention to what is our nearest airport, just in case something were to happen and we need to go down and land in some type of emergency. That'd be really smart to do. But yeah, let me show you guys, for those who are just joining us or just want an update. So this is where we are right now. This is Australia, and we are down here in the south. Like I said, we'll be over the water. Once we see land again, they'll probably be not far from our top of the descent. Let's switch over to the satellite view. So what do you call this area here? For those who may live in Australia, just know a lot about it. What do you call this part of the water? I guess this doesn't say it on the map. What is this body of water? The Southern Ocean? Is that what this is? Pacific Ocean's over here. Look at that, freaking Hawaii has ATC. Nice. The Great Australian Bight. Ah, that's what it's called. I knew there was a name for it. That's cool. That's interesting. Interessante. You know, that would be a good idea. That would be a good choice too. That would be a good choice. Antonov from Jeddah to the Australian Grand Prix. That would make it. Of course, I have to learn how to fly the plane first. But yeah, so we are. Hour and 8 minutes away. I'm not sure if that person who wanted to know how to do the cameras is still here. If he's here, I'm down to show him. If not, then nope. Nate Kotila, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's check on the flight deck here. What's our speed and stuff? How are the winds looking? So we're not having, it's not too windy, only 65 knot tailwind. Better than nothing, that's for sure. Doing 535 knots across the ground. Passing over Ola. You are still for sure here to the end. Cool. Well, yeah, I can show you. Again, if you guys are wanting to know how to make custom camera views, there are some great tutorials on YouTube on how to make custom cameras for Microsoft Flight Sim, mainly for PC. If you're on Xbox, what I'm going to show you is not going to work because you don't have access to these files. Thank you, Anish Palai. Welcome to the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so basically, the way I have this set up is my keyboard, right? When I press anything on my numpad, so F is the default, like back to default camera view, right? That's the same no matter what, with or without custom cameras. That's the default button. Now I have a custom camera for my left wing, custom camera for my right wing, custom camera for the belly cam. Then I have custom preset cameras for my FMC, my autopilot panel, my overhead. So like, it just makes it much easier. Like it's so difficult whenever you are trying to move around with your mouse to look at different objects and things in the cockpit. It really is. It's so hard. So I honestly personally cannot live without having some type of setup for custom cameras. But the way you do that is not very straightforward. You got to get into the files. Let me go check. I'm going to bring that up for you guys here. Where is it at? So in the fly-by-wire, it actually is a little bit easier. Hold on a second. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I just got hungry all of a sudden. Like just now, like just right now, I got real hungry. Like just right now, I was like, I came from not hungry to very hungry, all in a split second, and lost my concentration. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen here, and I'll show you guys how I do it. Display capture, yes, please. I'll move the chat out the way. Alright, here we go. So now you guys have my display. So you need to go to your community folder, and this is specifically for the fly-by-wire. It's a bit different for other planes. I'll show you two ways. I'll show you basically how I do with the PMD-G. No, wait. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another good example. We'll do fly-by-wire first, and I'll show you the other one. So it might not be a bad idea to clip this because it's technically going to be a tutorial within my live stream. You just took pizza out the oven plane. That's why I'm so freaking hungry. So basically the way you do it is, so in your community folder, and this is only going to work for PC only, I'm going to go find my FlyByWire folder. You can see I have a ton of mods in here for Microsoft Flight Sim. And I'm going to go to FlyByWire, which is here, FlyByWire A32NX. You guys can see that? Yes, you can. Double click on that, and then go to Sim Objects, Airplanes, FlyByWire A320neo, and then look for the camera.cfg file. Now this is the same file you'll be looking for in every plane. So camera.cfg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you right click on that and open that with, you can use regular Notepad, but it's recommended you use Notepad++, which is just a plus version of Notepad. It's free. So I have that, so I'm gonna open that with edit that, and here it is. So this is all you're looking for, right at the very top, eye point. Views eye point. And the way that I do, and I can't remember whose tutorial I've watched. I've watched XP's tutorial, I've watched Draya's tutorial, I've watched a few different tutorials on how to do this, and they say a few different things. One thing I use, because I just remember it this way, is I always subtract 40 from the first like number of the view. So there's one number here, this is another number, and here's another number. So the first number I subtract 40. So in this case, negative 40 minus 43 would be 3. I just click that, I'll delete the 4, and then it'll be 3. And so what I'll do is I'll hit file and I'll hit save. I'm not gonna do it because for one, I'm in the plane right now and it might crash something. And for two, I don't need to save because I've already done it. So I will hit minus 40, save, open up Microsoft Flight Sim. So I probably should have said Microsoft Flight Sim should not be open at this point. So open up Microsoft Flight Sim. Once you get the Microsoft Flight Sim, don't load the aircraft into an airport. Go to your profile, all right? Go to your profile, and I think it's My Hangar. Choose the FlyByWire A320 or whatever aircraft you're using. Then go to the very bottom and click Change Camera. That will put you into the cockpit camera like we are right now in my current thing. Now what's gonna happen is, you're gonna notice that your camera view, ooh, I just messed something up. Don't do that. Let me actually, make sure I have that. I don't want to screw that up. Yeah, so here, so make sure your camera view, or not make sure your camera view is going to be like, it's going to look like something like this. When you do this, hold on. There we go. So basically your camera is going to be 40 points behind the normal one, which allows you to finally break free of that stupid freaking box that Microsoft puts you in the cockpit. If you notice, if you're in the cockpit, I can't move my camera outside the cockpit. I can't, right? It's dumb. I don't know why they do that, but you can't. It's like this stupid invisible boundary you cannot get out. So whenever you do that minus 40, it usually will put your camera outside of that box. And now that you're outside of that box, you can now move around. Whatever it is you use for your default move around buttons in the cockpit, you can use those buttons to move around freely around the aircraft cabin, or even outside the aircraft if you want to. So I can actually put camera view down here, wherever. And then I have another key, which for me is control, right control, and then the num key that I want to assign it to. So in my case, we'll actually make a new camera view right now. How about we say we want to change it up and put a camera view over, maybe over here somewhere in front of the engine, like around here, right? So I'll put that there. It's going to rotate how I want it. Zoom it in if you want to zoom it in. And then I'm going to hit right control 7 on my numpad, and that's because I have that mapped. I have it mapped to click right control 7 to save preset camera 7. Does that make sense? It's not the best tutorial because I can't show you everything while we're in flight because I'd have to go to the main menu and stuff. And so it's the same. So if we go to numpad 8, takes us to 8 camera. 9. Hold on. 9. Oh, I don't have a 9 yet. I haven't made one. So that's how I do it. And then, okay. Rewind real quick. Rewind. So remember how I showed you how we did the minus 7 or minus 40 stuff? I skipped the very important step. I'm sorry. You do minus 40. We're at 3, right, in this example. And so we're now in the camera. I guess I can't move it over. We're now in the camera that's back here somewhere. And so all you need to do is just move your camera outside the plane, like way out to the wing somewhere. That's what I usually do. So I move it way out to the wing, save a preset camera view out here. Anywhere, doesn't matter. Anywhere outside the plane, save it out to the camera view. And then close Microsoft Flight Sim. Close it. That's it. Close Microsoft Flight Sim. Go back to this config file. Change the value back to what it was. Hit save. That will put your camera view, your default pilot camera view, back to here, to the default view. And now when you press 7, or I shouldn't say 7, now when you press that default, now when you press the preset camera, it will take you back to wherever it was, which usually it should be outside the fuselage somewhere, out here somewhere. And now you should be able to freely move your camera around anywhere you want to take it. Now some planes, once you put the camera like back inside the cabin, you might be stuck in there, so be careful with that. PMDG is weird for that. With the PMDG, I've noticed you need to go plus 40 rather than minus 40, because minus 40 will put you in the cabin. And in the cabin, you're still locked inside. It won't let you back out. So instead, I have like plus 40, so it puts me ahead of the plane, and then I have the freedom to move the camera around where I want to go. Does that make any sense? Does that help the person who's asking how to make custom camera views? And so now, do all that. And again, all these interior ones are just preset views and stuff like that I've created. That way, you're good to go. You don't have to be freaking restricted to the inside anymore. It does help. Okay, good. Because I feel like that was really rough. Like, you know me, when I make tutorials, they're like really like on the line, like to the T. And doing it live is tough because it's not as polished as I like it to be. But yeah, that's how I make camera views. Now, I know you guys have been asking for a while, and usually I'm just not in a position to show you and go off the stream and stuff like that to show you what all we've changed and stuff like that. So that's basically how it's done. But so for FlyByWire, that file is going to be in your community folder. For PMDG, that's going to be in your community folder as well. Now, if you're changing one of the default planes, you have to go back to the official packages. Yeah, local cache packages, and go through there, like for like the King Airs and things like that. So just know that. Like if you want to do a solo longitude, you have to go to there, and there's going to be a camera COG file on all those planes. So just look for the camera.cfg. Thank you. Next frequency is 120.5. How far are we from needing to talk to anybody? We're now finally just under an hour away. Yeah, we're still a ways out to need to talk to anybody. We're about halfway through the Australian bite, I think is what you said it's called. Bro, Zach, send me some pizza rolls. That sounds good. I'm definitely down with some pizza rolls. I'm definitely gonna grub when this stream is over. That's for sure. Got that bunch of HelloFresh in the fridge I need to eat. Alright, top of the sense of 319 miles. I'll go ahead and pre-select though. It said 120.5. We'll put that in. Why not? Why not? 120.5. There it is. Looking good though. Check our fuel and stuff. I put in what SimBrief recommended for fuel, so as long as that's right, we should be okay. Hey man, you can reheat pizza rolls. Those things will last you a lifetime. Oh, I love the Neo. I do. We're planning for runway 5. That's what I had initially planned, unless things change. Love the Neo. I've been trying to find, it might be on my phone. I've been trying to find this video of when I was working on the ramp of us doing an air start on a 320 Neo. It was so much fun. And my coworkers would not agree, but to me, it was so much fun. Yeah, I think it was on my phone. I don't think it was on my computer. I don't think it was on the computer. I wonder if we could go through... Yeah, it should be an RNF approach for 05. That's what I was expecting. I think is the weather going for you? If not, I mean, we can take an ILS. It's a pretty straightforward approach. The weather should be pretty clear. Yeah, why not? Let's avoid the ILS. It's a nice, beautiful day out in Adelaide. And we'll actually work for it. We won't just take the easy ILS. Look at these clouds, man. So many good. I'm gonna get some screenshots. It's photo shoot time. It is photo shoot time. Let's get it. I want to get a new thumbnail for the live stream. Clear skies, no wind. Wow. It's like ATIS is online too over at Adelaide, so we tuning into that pretty soon. I have personally, why is it that all the budget airlines, I don't know, for me personally, all the budget airlines for me, the cheaper airlines seem to have just nicer like liveries. You know what I mean? Like they're not just basic white and some brand color. Like they're actually like kind of like this. Like this one is shiny with the orange, the bright orange. You got Spirit with the bright yellow, Frontier with the green. What's that budget airline over there in Europe? I forget the name of it. But you just notice they all have this really fun paint jobs and paint liveries. Unlike, you know, the United, the Americans of the world. The Air France boring white. All white with a small Air France in blue and red. Yeah, true. Gotta attract customers somehow. Very, very true. Yeah, Ryanair. Hey, Ryanair is, yeah, I guess you could count Ryanair, blue and gold. It's pretty bright-ish. These clouds, man, make it look really, oh yeah. You guys want to do this flight at night? If we were at night, we would not see these clouds. It'd just be pitch black. We might, if we were lucky, we might get a like a moon. We might get the moon if we're lucky. Thank you, Scorcher. I appreciate it, man. That's true, Mikey D. I like Delta. I do like flying Delta. I think my favorite airline to fly on has changed in the past couple of years. It used to be United, now it's Delta. It's Delta for sure. Man, I wish I could show you some of these pictures on my phone from the ramp. Like, look at this. Can you see that? Probably can't see that. Come on, focus. 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 Oh, you can. Like that. Oh, wait, focus. You had it. So I believe this was me recording. You can't hear it. Can I turn it up? It's gonna sound like crap on the mic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to download that one to my computer because that was an air start we did. Anybody recognize that noise? That's the sound of. Oh shoot! Hold on. That's the sound. If anyone ever wonders what a air start unit sounds like, it's ridiculously loud. This is not a GPU. It's an air start unit. This helps start the engine. Check this out. Oh shoot! That's not that one. This is what it sounds like. Wait for it. Oh wait, wrong video. Listen to the engine. That's the engine right there, spinning up. I'm gonna let you hear it, and then I'll show it to you. That's so cool. Come on, kick in. No. Okay, well, I'll show you the video now. Come on. Air starts are needed when the APU is not working. So that's the plane. Obviously, 320neo. I'm hoping to show. Hold on, can it? I want to show the beginning where you actually see the. We actually borrowed Southwest because our air start was broken. We were sharing an air start with Delta and it was broken, and so we had to use South. It's like the kind of stuff that happens on the ramp is hilarious because it was not a good situation technically for us. That's the air start unit right there. All the smoke coming out the back. I'm surprised how good that looks on camera. And then the engine spinning up. Anyways, I personally loved it, but oh yeah, we were just talking about Lufthansa. I guess we'll be showing off photos now on our phones. So, like I said, every day in Houston we get a Lufthansa 747. We also get KLM 777s, which are really fun to watch. And took a couple of pictures of a 747 and video. Oh, I remember that day. We had a freaking KLM. We had a, man, whenever the heavies come through, I get excited. We had a KLM 777, I think it's a 200, Lufthansa 747, and a British Airways 787, all next to each other. It was so cool. Yeah, IAH. And that's the same plane coming in. So, bro, Av geeking out for sure. Anyways, you were just talking about the 747 from Lufthansa and at the new livery and everything. I think I've already posted most of those pictures and videos on Instagram, on stories at least. Being a ramp agent, you are required to have a good phone. I agree. Yes. If you're gonna work on the ramp or at the airport and you're in av, like you're into aviation, make sure you have a good phone and a good camera for sure. Oh yeah. Thankfully I have an iPhone and it takes amazing video. It even zooms in really well too, which was really impressive. This camera has a really good zoom. And then you guys want to see, this is, hold on, let's see if I can get a photo of me. This is me right before I was pushing back a plane with my radio and everything. I think I did post that picture on Instagram already. I have so many pictures and videos. So many. But and I think I posted most of them. I'm probably gonna go back and post them again. Or like create like some kind of video put together. I've been showing stuff lately and people are like, hey, you should make like a video everything. Yeah. Edgar, what's up, bro? Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got a new setup. If you haven't been here in a while, rocking the next level racing Boeing flight sim chair. We pull up the other camera. You can't see it all on the camera. It's kind of hard. It's like a lot to see, to be honest. But I'm rocking on my left hand over here the Thrustmaster TC8 Airbus. I've been using this for a couple of years already. The Thrustmaster, this guy. I think they call it the Captain Pack now. They changed the name of it. It's now called the Captain Pack. Has the add-ons with the speed brake and the flap lever, gear lever, all that stuff like that, park and brake. And then down here at my feet, actually, this I don't want to press them because I might mess up something, but I'm actually using the Turtle Beach rudder pedals now. These are my new, as of now, until I get something better, which could definitely happen eventually. But as of right now, these are the best. These are my favorite rudder pedals. They feel great, in my opinion. Like flying with helicopters has been it's been a dream now. It's so butter smooth and everything. Love it. Yes, Mike says. It starts with a U, ends with a Y. I work with that company, yes. We didn't have a wireless headset, though. Ours were plugged right into... I don't have my cord, but... Yeah, our headsets were plugged into the bottom of the aircraft. They weren't wireless. Wireless would be nice, but we didn't have a wireless one. Not at my location. I know the Delta next to us, at the gate next to it, they had a nice fancy wireless headset for pushback. Honeycomb Charlie. You know, to be honest with you, I don't have high hopes for those rudder pedals. I know I don't want to disappoint anybody. I know a lot of people have already pre-ordered it or are expecting to get them. I did get a chance to try the Honeycomb Charlie rudder pedals a couple months ago, and I wasn't impressed. Matter of fact, I was comparing them to the Turtle Beach, and they feel equal in quality, which doesn't say anything bad about the Turtle Beach. The Turtle Beach were way better than I expected, but I just kind of expected a higher quality from Honeycomb for the rudder pedals, and they're just super bulky too, and not as customizable as the Turtle Beach. So that's why I prefer Turtle Beach over the Honeycomb Charlies. The Turtle Beach has swappable, like these pedals. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna show you. Hold on a second. Let me open up the closet. See, on these long flights, I got me pulling out all the stops. I should fly to San Juan. There's new freeware landmarks. Really? Flight SimTO? Send me the link. So the Turtle Beach rotor pedals. They have these swappable pedals. So this is what they would call like the more airliner style pedals. They're bigger. Now this is only half of it. The other half is down here. Half of the pedal stays on the pedals, and you just take the bottom out. So the one I'm using right now, you can't see them too well in the camera on the bottom right, but there's a bit shorter. It's like half of this because it's mainly like a GA style rudder pedal. Now on airliners, if you ever noticed, if we go into the cockpit, you notice in an airliner, the pedals are much bigger. Like look how massive these rudder pedals are. GA plane is not like this. So basically they give you this, you can swap it out. So if you fly airliners all the time, you can put this on. Or you can swap them out however often you want. It's pretty easy to screw in with the screws they give you. So you get, obviously you get 2 of them for each foot. That's one thing I like. Turtle Beach does not offer that. I won't be surprised if there will be mods probably for the Charlie pedals from Honeycomb. But so I use the GA ones because it's just more comfortable for me. It takes up less space. And I jump between flying airliners and GA and helicopters so often that it's just no point of me swapping between the big pedals and the little pedals all the time. So I just got used to using the little pedals and I'm happy with them. There's no difference on how they move. It's just a different size that you sit your feet on. Another thing I want to show you guys that I pulled out the closet is this here. Now I had this question before. I'm not sure if that person's in the chat. They're probably not, but this here is something that comes with the Next Level Racing Flight Simulator cockpit. It comes with both the Boeing one and the regular one. And what it is this is what you mount the Thrustmaster TCA yoke to. So the one that's on my desk right now is just a flat. This is just flat here. You see this? Completely flat. So for this one, I mount my racing wheel on this. I mount my Honeycomb yoke on this. Anything that can be this thin, I mean, it's like thin, you can do. But the problem with the TCA yoke is that it can't get this thin. And so they included this extra metal piece. This is a heavy piece that you can mount the TCA Thrustmaster Boeing yoke to. And so whenever I need to switch between my TCA yoke or something else, I just go and I screw this in to my chair. So I just wanted to show you that. I don't think I've ever shown that before. And then lastly, one of my personal favorite features that comes with the Next Level Racing Flight Simulator cockpit is this guy right here. And now I have a whole review on this chair talking about some of these features, but this is kind of a different perspective of it. Now obviously this piece right here does not come with the cockpit. This is a Thrustmaster A10 Warthog joystick. This is what I use for all anything that uses a joystick, basically, besides Airbus. So if I'm flying helicopters, I use this. If I'm flying fighter jets, I use this. Even if I fly like tail draggers with one center joystick, I use this as well. But what I'm talking about that comes with Next Level's cockpit is this piece, this mount right here. Now this mount actually goes down here between my legs, other way, right here, and it has a couple screws that comes with it. It plugs in, and it sits right there in between my legs, if you see on the other camera, and it feels super comfortable to be able to use it. So I had this joystick already, and I found they had this mount that came with the chair, and I was like, bro, I am definitely mounting it on there. And so now it's not permanent. I could always unscrew it underneath, but it's pretty much permanent for me. I keep them together. I put it all in a closet together until I'm ready to fly. You know, something that needs a joystick like this. So this is personally one of my favorite features, because you guys know I fly a lot of helicopters and jets, and what I did before is, if you saw some of my older videos, I was literally sitting on the joystick. I had the joystick like sitting in the chair, and I was sitting on the joystick to kind of give me the kind of between the legs feel with the joystick, rather than having it super high sitting up on my desk, which is what I used to do. So love this feature. It just goes in right there really easily. It's heavy though. So yeah, I love that. Then obviously the side panels all have mounts if you want to permanently mount something on there and stuff like that. But I just realized that my #2 engine, okay, on my throttle, my #2 engine was down. So I'm glad the sim didn't recognize that, because we would definitely be flying with one engine right now. Oh man, that could have been bad. 129 miles from top of drop. Yeah, Mikey D, man, I love that feature. I love it. So this chair, I mean, it's expensive. I would tell people that it is not cheap, but they thought of everything when it comes to flight sim. Now, one issue I have, Mikey D, one problem I do have, bro, is if I ever decide to go with a direct drive wheel like you and XP and Captain No Gear have, I'm gonna have to figure something out. because I don't think I can mount a direct drive wheel on this this platform here. I mean, I could try, and trust me, I will if I ever do get my hands on one, but I don't know. I don't think this thing is strong enough to hold a direct drive wheel. I don't think it is. I know that some direct drive wheels have like desk mounts, and that's what I would probably use to get the stick on here, but I'm not sure. I'd have to either get me a whole new chair, or I'd have to find some type of modification that will allow me to do something. I don't know. I might have to build a whole new desk. Who knows? Wait, you mount your Moza R5 on there and it works? Okay, I'm good. Never mind. I'm good. I'm good. No, XP mounts his. XP has a whole has a racing version of this chair too. He has both. He has two chairs. He has the racing version and he has the flight sim. So I believe he uses the racing one, which has its own mounting system, which works perfectly for direct drive wheels. Good to know. Well, guess I'm gonna be spending some money. Hope not though. If I get the R9, I might need a different solution. To be honest with you, I'm not looking into getting a wheel like you guys have, which is super dope, right? The wheel you guys have is pretty impressive and cool. But at least to start off with, if I was going to go with the direct drive wheel, which is a pretty big jump from what I'm using already, I would get like a more generic, like circular wheel. Because again, I don't only drive GT cars, I don't only drive Formula 1 cars, I drive NASCAR, and I feel like that'd be weird for me to drive a GT wheel in NASCAR, even though I guess it's not, it's fine. But I also do drifting. That's the big one. Do I want to drift with a Formula 1 style GT wheel? Like, no. So I would definitely get something that's more round than the horizontal one for sure. But yeah, hopefully one day, man. I see you guys been enjoying y'all's, and I would definitely enjoy it for sure. For sure. Moza offers plenty of those kinds of wheels. Yeah, I believe they do. I know they do. I'm just saying that I wouldn't get the exact same wheel. I might get the same base you have, but I definitely wouldn't get the same wheel, because my purpose is a bit different than what y'all's are. Speaking of wheels and racing, I've been playing another game. I don't know if Mikey D will be interested in this. I don't know if Nokia will be interested in this either, or anybody in chat. It's a game called Dirt 2.0, Dirt Rally 2.0. It's basically a dirt rally game, dirt rally racing simulator, and that's all it is. You race, like I've been doing this. I posted a video. You know what? I'm just gonna show you the video. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show you. Today is show and tell. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. I'm not gonna show you the whole video. Let's show you some of it. It's a long video. Bum, 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 bum. I posted it on YouTube, but unlisted. So I think I posted on my Instagram. Sorry, not Instagram. On my Discord. And it wasn't really like a promotional. Like I wasn't trying to get people to watch it. It was like, hey, if you want to look at this, you can look at it, kind of thing. Where is it? My library, right? No, that's not it. My studio. Probably have time to show one more video before we think about descending here. Here it is. So I'm driving the BMW. Okay, great. I don't have ads or anything turned on. That's good. Like I said, I don't know if anybody watching this would actually even be interested in this, but I am super interested in it, and it's so much fun. I haven't done it in like a couple years, and I finally got my Thrustmaster wheel to work correctly with this game, and I'm like, bro, this is so much freaking fun. So let me bring you guys over to my display one more time. As soon as I find OBS, there it is. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is Dirt 2.0. I'm just gonna fast forward. And this is me driving. This actually makes sense because we're in Australia. This is me driving through Australia on a dirt rally course somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly it is. So I'm gonna play it from here.
3, 2, 1, go. 50, 2 left long, opens over crest to narrow bridge tarmac. Into 2 right long, opens back camber. 40, 5 right. Into 4 left long, caution tightens over bridge. To gravel, 30, 4 right of a crest, into 6 left, 80.
And I do not have a
Opens over
handbrake.
crest, 30.
So honestly, if I was gonna
5
get
right,
something to
into
add to
3
my
left of a crest,
racing
don't cut.
setup, I think even before I go for like a direct drive wheel, I would probably go
5 right long, tightens
with
4.
a handbrake. I don't really know how to use one, but I could
30.
learn.
Flat middle of a big jump, 80. Small crest, 60. 4 right long.
Again, this is in Australia. I don't remember what part of Australia it is.
Opens of a crest, into 4 right tightens.
If you look at how much I'm moving the wheel, you can kind of see how much I'm
into
working
5
it.
left long, tightens 2 cut.
Super difficult. And
Very
basically,
long,
you're trying to go by what this guy is
caution,
telling you.
Tightens
Coming
2.
up. I am using a
30.
shifter, but no handbrake.
Right long, opens of a
Basically,
crest,
using normal brake
very
to kind
long.
of give me the turn. I think this was like a
Over crest.
10-minute run.
50. 6 right of a crest, 80. 3 left, tightens 2. 50. Crest, into 5 left long, tightens 3 long. Into opens of a crest.
It's a big
Opens of a
jump. It's
crest,
a fun
dip,
jump.
and caution, 5 right, tightens 2 of a crest. 50
It's crazy
downhill,
that there's people who do this in
1
real
left
life.
tightens.
Like if I was that guy in a riding
And
seat, I'd be freaking scared.
4
of my
right
life.
long of a crest, tightens 2 tightens. Downhill, 2 right tightens. Into 2 left.
But this game is not new. It's been out for a
40.
while.
4 right of a crest.
Like
Into
years,
5
since like
left.
2019.
Very long, tightens 4 of a crest. Into 3 right of a crest. Opens, tightens. 100. Flat right of a big crest and jump. 50.
Here's the
Flat
jump.
crest. 80. 6 right of a finish. Well done.
Alright, then the replay. The replay is just as fun to watch. So it's, yeah, I'm just showing you that I just love so many different types of disciplines of racing. And I feel like
Flat of a
trying
crest,
different types of
120.
disciplines make you better as a driver.
3 right, opens of a crest.
Whether it be GT racing, NASCAR, drifting, rally. It teaches you car control. Especially when you're driving like like a realistic driving games like these. Graphics are great in this game. Sounds are amazing on this game. I mean, all the courses are interesting. Sadly, it doesn't have snow in this particular dirt rally game, but it does have wet weather and dynamic weather. And if you play the career mode, you got to really worry about destroying your car. If you destroy your car, you got to pay for it and stuff like that. Oh my god, that's so sick!
Opens of a crest, 80.
I'll definitely be playing this later. Man. When you hit that left turn. Oh my god. Okay. We gotta move on. And also notice how at the beginning of the
50.
run. The beginning of the run is a nice clean car.
5 right, into 4.
Watch. See how clean my car is? And then as you start driving through all this dirt, the car actually gets muddy with the correct color of dirt for the area, obviously. And I think it took me a few times to try to record this because I kept crashing.
very long.
This is a highlight. Okay, now you can see I have a bit of a dent. I don't remember what I hit, but I definitely hit something eventually. So you can get flat tires, you can knock the tires off, knock the hood off. I mean, the damage model is pretty good. So, anyways, that's Thrustmaster. Oh, that jump! Jeez. All right, enough of that. So that's Dirt Rally. Oh man, so that's what I think. Was that this weekend I did that? I think it was Saturday night, one of those nights I had done that. Messing around. All right, top of the descent. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Top of the descent coming up in 27 miles. Time to put in our destination data and whatnot. So, we probably should find out what the destination data is. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? We'll be descending for. Find out what our descent is going to be. Let's make our way down to. Really give us an altitude. 8,000, right? We need to check the ATIS as well. I see land. Oh wait, there's land right there. Woo. Alright, I know the ATIS is online. I'm not sure if we're close enough to pick it up, but I can get it here by text. Alright, so ATIS information is Charlie. Approach, expect the RNAV approach, runway is 05, winds are 080 at 5 knots. Weather is Kavik, temperature is 12, QNH is 1015. Big thanks to Scorcher in chat for being our ATC. And also, huge congrats to him. I don't know what you call it, but you know, he basically can control now. So congrats on your progress on becoming a Vatsim controller over there in Australia. So huge shout out to him. And thanks for coming out and helping us out on our stream today. All right, so QNH is going to be 1015. Wow, that's not right. It's 1015. Temperature is 12. Wind 0805. You know what I love to have now is like a Airbus MCDU, like a physical one. That would be so dope. I love the Boeing one that I have, but I want an Airbus one. All right, that's good. Barrow for the RNAV 05s we're expecting. Let's see, are we descending? Are we supposed to be descending yet? Almost. We're super close. Very, very close. Memphis, hit the button now. Hitting the button now. So just say when it's ready. Alright, over to our approach. So I have my pin charts that I've already put in here. RNAV Zulu for runway 5 is right here. And for our so he's running tower for ATC. We don't have approach, we don't have center, which means we got to make our way to final. And then he'll clear us a land. I think it's gonna be 360. 60. That works. All right, so we're all prepared for landing. Let's just go double check to make sure everything's okay for our final couple waypoints on our flight plan. I do think we need to delete one of them, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Thank you, Scorcher. Yeah, we'll go in through Baton. Yeah, Baton's fine. What altitude would be at Baton? There's Patsy, Seagull. I don't think we're gonna be going that far out. Alright, so at Tumdi. Are we looking at the same chart? Not the same chart. Oh, I'm looking at the RNAV Yankee. And RNAV Zulu. $1,500 basically. 1,500 feet. Yeah, 1,500 feet. We should be okay. We might come in a little high, but we'll watch it. We will watch it. Oh, speaking of other games, another game that has just updated today is called Transport Fever. That's what I wanted to show you today. I completely forgot. Dang. Well, we're not gonna have time now. There's a lot to show in that game. So I have to show you in another live stream in the future. I might actually make some videos about it. We'll see. I haven't decided, but if not, I'll show you in a live stream. But Transport Fever 2 has a major update that came out today. The deluxe update, they call it. What's really changed? I honestly don't know. I know they did update a lot of the models. The models do look a lot better for all the vehicles and stuff like that. But that update came out today, so it's only a $10 upgrade if you already own the game. I'm not sure how much it costs if you don't own the game. You're right, I do need to declare it. But yeah, I do need to declare responsibility. I do. I'm actually going to... Let's see how that looks on our flight plan here. Let's go to plan mode. We'll zoom in. Yeah, see how... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I don't want that. So let's skip. Let's skip Baton. I'm going to clear Baton out. I'm going to go direct from Angav to our final approach. That's what I was concerned about. That's why I hadn't changed it before. Yeah, it looks better. That looks better. Alright, let's get the speed brakes out. We're almost there. What kind of music do they listen to in Australia? I'm just curious. What playlist would I play if I was to play an Australian playlist? I'm reading back some of these older comments. Jan says you think you'd crash on the first turn. Yeah, you would, because I did multiple times. I crashed on the first turn all the time. It took me practice just to get that run out, to do that recording. That's cool, no gear, about that Subaru rally team. Do not let me forget, guys, when we put the gear down, do not let me forget to turn on flight control replay so we can record our replay and watch that back. Hoping for a good one today. I wonder if, like, when people get notification for this particular live stream, if it comes up as spam because it says cheap flights in Australia. Thank you, DJ Ping, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Ray family. Welcome aboard, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, homie. Anything else down under vibes? What is a down under vibe? What does that even mean? Knowing flex? I don't know. I mean, it's not bumpy. It's like really smooth outside right now. All right, we're almost there, guys. Adelaide. Scorcher asked me earlier, do I have scenery for it? Yes, I have the, I think it's by Impulse or something like that. Link is in the description for it. I think it's Impulse. I got an Orbix. Do you see the airport yet? Oh, it's still. Oh, still a ways out. Still a ways out. Still a ways out. No, I was thinking that before I did the live stream. I was like, you know what? I feel like this title I made today sounds too advertising. Like it sounds like JetStar trying to sell you tickets or something like that. This live stream is in no way associated with JetStar or Australia. Down Under is you think another name of Australia and another really good old band from Australia. I know that, you know, Down Under is a nickname for Australia. I do that for sure. I wasn't sure if there was like a style of music that Australia was known for, or a sound that Australia was known for. I know that there are definitely some popular and famous singers and artists who've come out of Australia, but if there's like a special genre, you know. I can't even honestly right now think of anybody who came out of Australia. I know that there are people. Just can't think of any right now. So Scorcher, if you don't mind, homie, could you kind of tour guide us into Adelaide? So what is this peninsula we're flying over? Is there like a special name for it? This little piece of land we're flying over right now? Scorcher says, we're kind of boring. We don't have any real music we are known for. Oh, that sucks. Men at Work as a band. Mikey D, yes, I do play SnowRunner. I do. I don't have it installed right at this second, but I have a decent amount of time spent in it. I've been honest. It's so funny you brought that up because I think it was just yesterday I was thinking about installing it again because I just love the physics in SnowRunner. It's just so much fun driving up through like rugged mud and snow and mountains and stuff like that. It's so much fun. So and trying to deliver cargo through that. So I haven't played it in a while, to be honest, but I legit, not even kidding. I think it was yesterday. I was thinking like, maybe I should re-download SnowRunner. The problem I've had though with SnowRunner is that I didn't really enjoy trying it with my racing wheel. I much rather just play with a controller because some of the special like gears you got to go in and stuff like that just kind of inconvenient to do on a wheel. So I've been doing it on a controller. I think it has some other issue with either the force feedback or the motion, the range that it allows you to turn a wheel, something like that. So we're about to go over the Gulf of St. Vincent. You just installed it, Mike? Bro, okay, I'm gonna install it, Mikey. I'm gonna install it today. We can play some SnowRunner, bro. I'm down. I'm all the way down. Well, okay, I hadn't done this in a long time. One of my favorite things to do in SnowRunner is rescue. There's a trucking show. I haven't watched it in a while. The trucking show on Netflix or somewhere online. It's called, I think it's called Heavy Rescue, something like that. Basically, they go. It's a special wrecker truck that goes out and rescues all the big 18-wheelers and semi-trucks when they fall into ditches, when they get into major wreck accidents. They send out this crew to go and basically recover it, rescue them, either flip the truck over, put it back on its wheels or whatever. And I was watching that show a while back, and I was like, man. So I started trying to do that inside of SnowRunner, because very often you get in situations where one of your trucks flips over because you just pushed it a little too far. So I have a special truck that I would send out and drive out there to rescue them, and that was like what I would do. It was so much fun. It was on Discovery. Yeah. It was a Canadian company, exactly. Fish Guns Fitness, welcome to the stream. Has it been less stuttering with the FlyByWire A32NX? We did get some stuttering in the beginning of our flight when we took off out of Perth for, I don't know, it was about a few minutes, and then after that it's been smooth. I don't know what caused it. I didn't change anything. I didn't turn any settings down. I didn't do anything. We just flew away from the airport, and now it's smooth. Yeah, Mike, we gotta do it. I'm gonna re-download it I got it on Epic Games. So hopefully my save game is still intact, because I don't want to start over. But yeah, I'm down. I've heard of some really good mods now too on there that I gotta try. So. And even some new maps possibly. Yeah, Mikey, I'm down, man. That'd be fun. I'm down for that. It's a different type of driving. It's not racing. It's not competitive in a way. Or just you versus nature. What SnowRunner is. Alright, so we, I don't know what the transition altitude is out here. I guess we can find out. Let's see. Transition altitude. The airport elevation is 20. Transition altitude is 10,000 or 11,000. Oh yeah, 10,000. We can go ahead and switch over to whatever the weather was. I want to see 1015. Oh, it's already there. Oh, sweet. 1015 is tuned on the left and on the right. We are 30 miles away from Adelaide. Someone's spotting on the runway. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Rachel, or sorry, Raphael. Welcome to the stream. Good to see. Oh, look at that. Are there mountains in Adelaide? I guess not as flat as what we've been seeing so far. So basically, it's a brief arrival, guys. We're expecting to land on runway 05 into Adelaide. We're gonna come in from this side, except we're not gonna go through Seagull. We're gonna be kind of like in between here to this area of it, and we'll basically be entering in a left base turn into our final for runway 05. Gonna be RNF, no ILS here, so no frequencies to tune in. As you can see here, we're gonna be around 1,500 feet. Around there, minimum 150 knots, and we'll call in probably when we get on a bit closer on our left base to let them know that we are on our way in. That's basically it. And once we try to get on the ground, go to our pin charts. Oh, that's not the right one. I'm not sure where we should be parking. Where should we expect to park JetStar, Scorcher? Landing 05, which is over here. Assuming we'll let it roll out, we get to Delta 1 or end the runway at Bravo 2 and probably park here at the only domestic terminal. I'm guessing. Wow, love this story. You're not from Australia, you're from New Guinea. And you're currently flying on FSX for 12 years. Still haven't flown on Microsoft Flight Sim yet, but you have, wait, what? You waiting for your custom gaming PC, then you start flying on Microsoft Flight Sim and on Vatsim. That's great, man. Are you already trying to build a custom PC? Are you getting it built? How far are you along in that process? I would definitely love to welcome you into Microsoft Flight Sim. And if you've been playing FSX, I'm sure you have a ton of mods already that make it enjoyable for you, which is fine. But bro, Microsoft Flight Sim is gonna be a game changer for you, bro. I can't wait. I would love to see your facial reaction to that. That's gonna be nuts. Alright, we're a little far to be going this slow. I would like to speed up, so we're gonna get some more speed. We're only doing 200. Let's keep our speed about 205. While we're descending for 1,500 feet. And we'll start bringing down the music and get serious here. Land in Adelaide. I think I'm trying to think back to a time that we've flown here. I think the last time I flew to Adelaide was on Infinite Flight. Anytime I mention Infinite Flight and flying somewhere there, that's been a long time since I've been there. I do remember we did do an Australian tour back on Infinite Flight way back in the day. I'm not sure if anybody in chat remembers that, but that's been a long time. All pre-built. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we're about actually about 10 miles away from turning final. We are. Things are looking good. We keep those land lights on. And make sure our sounds are sounding good. And make sure our flight control replay is recording. Yeah, good times, Jan. No, you don't need to send to contact me. I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm sorry. Information, Charlie. Alright, we'll call our base. We'll call it now. We're 10 miles out. Who are we? JetStar. Where are we at? Adelaide. Adelaide. JetStar 116. 10 mile left base runway 05 for the RNAV. Wait, let me try that again. Adelaide, JetStar 116, 10 mile left base requesting runway 05 RNAV. Adelaide.
JetStar 116, continue approach for the RNAV runway 05.
Continue approach for the RNAV 05. JetStar 116. Yeah, I forgot. I got a request. Right, like he has authority over the runway, so I have to request for access to do what it is I want to do. You better just send me plane. I agree. FlyByWire has done a great job making this plane better. Great job. Great job. Are we slowing up for flaps? Yeah, just barely. Hopefully we don't need these speed brakes anymore. We'll arm them. Flaps are set for 1. Landing lights are on. Let's go ahead and get strapped in. And we slow down. Oh, we strapped in now.
All stations, Adelaide terminal information Delta now current. Changes winds 060 degrees at 5 knots. QNH 1016. Adelaide information Delta.
Alright, 1016. Speed's coming back. You know what? You might need those speed brakes at the wall. And there's our runway right there, that little line.
2,500.
Alright, I think the replay's recording. I'm not sure if it's descending fast enough. Flaps 2. Auto brakes medium. Did it do it? Yep. Auto brakes medium. We are 7.5 mile final, gear down. I haven't tested this scenery, so hopefully it looks good.
And JetStar 116, runway 05, you're clear to land.
05, clear to land, JetStar 116. Oh, we got a little boat. Oh, a couple boats, a couple yachts out there. A couple yachts. All right, it's a nice, beautiful, clear day. How about we do some flying? How about we do some flying? My aircraft. All right, flaps are down. Arm those. Let's do it. Yes, we are recording. Yep, just double check. Yes, the voice you heard from Tower is a real person. Matter of fact, that's Scorcher, and he's in the chat right now. But thanks for the ATC. Here we come on short final. Less than 3 miles. A little high. Got mountains on our right. Ocean on the left. Oh yeah, this is the kind of approach right here when you get nice and low. Give these people on the beach something to look at.
$500.
Basically just let it glide in.
100 above.
Oh, get
Minimum
some stutters here.
300.
Continue. Got 2 white, 2 red.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard, retard, retard.
Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'll take that. 60 knots. Wow, that thing stopped quick. And we'll take this first exit, I guess. We'll take it right here. Now, I'm really curious why it was
And
stuttering.
JetStar 116, welcome to Adelaide. Continue rolling Echo 2 across the runway 13, I believe, to the bay. Sorry, say that again. Continue rolling Echo 2, cross runway... I'm bad at this.
Try that again.
Yes, okay. JetStar 116, continue rolling through Echo 2, cross runway 12, then Alpha 5 to the bay.
Alright, we'll continue rolling Echo 2, cross 12, via Alpha 5 to the bay. JetStar 116, good job. So the stutter has to do with FlyByWire and toolbar pushback confliction. Really? I knew there was some kind of issue. Dang it, man. I love toolbar pushback. Why does it have to be a conflict? Why? Alright, let me find out where we are, because I don't actually know where we are. Where's my chart? Donde está Aeropuerto Charto? Yeah, right on Alpha 5 here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome to Adelaide here in southern Australia. Oh boy, wow, that thing is strong. I'll tell you this much, taxiing with one engine is so much harder in the Neo than it is in the Phoenix. We flew to Phoenix last week, taxied in with one engine, and I can't even get to turn left. Right engine's off, by the way. There it is. Yeah, it is a problem with Phoenix as well. I didn't use toolbar pushback last week with the Phoenix. Alright, we got traffic there. It's going to taxi behind him and find us a parking spot. Then we'll watch the replay. The only issue with that stuttering is that it's going to ruin the replay a little bit, sadly. Got a Rex. Our heart is in the country. Lots of Virgin. We'll probably park right next to the other JetStar. And flaps up. Rory Song, thank you so much, my friend, for stopping by. I think that's a South Africa flag. Either way, thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you. Catch you next time. Have a good night. Alright, we're gonna park here at, I guess you'd say, Bay 20 left. And I want to see if we can get GSX out here. Because I think I found a new favorite thing to do when we come in these airports, and that's marshalling ourselves in. We're at gate 20 left. There it is, 20 left. No. We'll take Donata. There it is. Hold on, let me get it right. Let me get it right. This is literally the sound that my dog makes when he's whining. Literally the exact sound. When he wants something, when he wants to like go out and eat or something like that. Alright, we have our Aussie friend here who's gonna guide us in. Hold on, let me get the camera view. Gotta do it all professional. No, not you. You're the one causing problems. I want the camera. Drone speed, nice and slur. And actually, let's get those lights off too. And turn off that light. You don't want the lights on when you're parking, guys. Oop, forgot the seatbelts. There we go. That's more realistic. Alright, so we'll put her there. And... Alright, so this is the secret, right? I'm in the drone camera, in case anybody else wants to try this. I'm in the drone camera. If you press tab, that unlocks the drone camera from the plane. Now the plane will move freely away from the camera. If you then press C... Thank you, DJ.
All right, great landing.
Thank you for that donation, man. I really appreciate it. If you then press C, you can now control the aircraft in drone camera mode. All right, here we go. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds real good. Let's turn it up. That sounds so good. I know her arm's getting tired. I gotta hurry. Easy, easy, easy. Slow it, slow it, slow it up, slow it up, slow it up, slow it up, slow it up. No, don't stop. Oh, she wants me to stop. Is that the spot? Is that the spot? Alright, that's the spot. I will stop there. Alright, Brexit. Shut her down. That's literally what it sounds like too. I thought she was gonna like legit put the wands on the back of the pushback truck. That's what we always do. We just throw the wands on the back of the pushback truck. Now, in real life, that's actually a real issue. Is that sometimes you'll be standing out there so long your arms get tired. Ah, I think we lost the sound of the barking dog. Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's still doing it. I want to hear it from the outside. No? Okay. Alright, well, I forgot to turn the APU on, so everything shut off. But that's okay, because we're going to watch the replay now. That is alright. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the flight today. Our landing rating was a 75, bro. Come on, let's get in there. That's what I'm talking about, cuz. 75, 75, 75, 75. Hold on, here it is. I'll get the replay ready. Hello. Hit pause here, and then I'm gonna record. We're not record. I'm gonna hit load, and oh, here it is. no, this is one. This is one. Open. All right, see if it works. Nah, your instructions were good, bro. Let me get off of Vatsim. I almost forgot about that too. But you see me landing 10 more times. Hopefully the landing looks all right. It should. I play. There we go. Oh, that's not right. Oh, I think it's gonna have that same audio problem where it's gonna sound like an engine starting over and over and over. So it's gonna turn it off. It's gonna turn that off. Yeah. Best taxi instructions ever. Landing rating comes from SimToolKit Pro. That's where I get it from. PackX does it too. Lambda does it. I think there is like another plugin that only does that. You want to get that too. But I just use SimToolKit Pro. Alright, let's fast forward. It might look a little choppy because it got stutters. I like it when the approach goes right over the beach. Like, really cool. Hey, you see that? See, that's because of all the stutters we had. It's doing that. My speed brakes were definitely not out. Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That looks dope. Funny. Yeah, well, he was ready. He was waiting for us, just in case. Just in case he was ready. He was ready. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it. Pretty solid. Got a nice flare in there too. Watch for my favorite view. Bum, 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 bum.
The doors verified.
Center line too. Center line too.
Yep, there's I disarm.
The doors verified.
And now for the wing view. Let's see. Left wing, right wing. Let's do right wing. I like the right wing better. Rewind, 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 rewind. There we go. I liked it. It was a good flight. I enjoyed it. It was, you know, a little bit of water, not too much water. Like the perfect amount of water. Any more water than we had, then I would have been like, bruh, where's the land at? Longer than normal, but did okay on time, I think. Yeah, not bad. I'll take that butter. Well, Mikey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Amechi, thank you. Jan, thank you very much. Scorcher, thanks for the ATC, man. I appreciate it.
Verified.
I gotta head out. Where is my mouse? I want to watch it again from the belly. No, we'll do outside. Let's do it one more time from the outside view. Yeah, right there. Wait. Alright, DJ Ping, we'll catch you later, man. Pretty nice airport too. Now we know, don't use toolbar pushback like ever. I'm just gonna uninstall it for now. It's been causing problems and would have been a very smooth approach. We're not for it, but it's okay, we learned. Yeah, the 05 is way better than the ILS would have took. Way better. Way better, way better. Alright, well, that is it for me for today. Hope y'all enjoyed the flight. We'll be doing another flight to Australia, Saudi Arabia to Australia for Route 3 for the third race of the F1 season. It's going to be a 7,000 miles, something like that. So it's going to be tough. Probably take the 747 or maybe the 78. We shall see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time in the next video. We all the way out. Sheesh.